Hey there again, friends and family. Right now I'm just chilling, looking at the Big Bertha compost pile I was telling you guys about earlier. In here you can see just how fast it's churning through all of the compost material. Here, I'm gonna go throw this in. But first, notice how it's chock full of sawdust, and it's just so hot. It's probably maybe 100, at least 100, maybe 110. So throwing all that stuff in there. It's literally how you just make a compost pile. You just cover it on up like that. Damn, someone didn't put this stuff in all the way. Just shove it in. Yeah. So it's kind of lackadaisical, but you get the point. Anyway, so I just kind of shove this thing in here, just so I can get a good feel. I can pull it out and then kind of like touch where it was near, so I can feel how hot it is. Normally it gets pretty hot, and I'm really happy about that. You want your compost to get hot. It's known as thermophilic activity. Heat producing, which is thermophilic, is heat loving. So heat loving bacteria will cause the heat, and the heat is actually just caused by them being alive and eating and doing biotic processes, and the heat that they produce kills a lot of parasites and diseases that hurt humans, us. So it's very important that your compost gets hot, and if it's not going to age for a very long time. So because most of the parasites and diseases that harm us have a limited life cycle outside of the human body. They need to be perpetually moving from host to host, or to continue it. They're not going to live outside of the body for 3 weeks, or maybe they might. I take that back, like 3 months, maybe 4 months. So you got to see which ones lay dormant, and you got to know about your diseases and stuff. Didn't come into this video too well versed, but here we go. Here is the namesake of this video. This is the Humanure toilet, the lovable loo straight from Joseph Jenkins' Humanure handbook. All of the supplies cost me approximately around $75 from Lowe's. I thought it was going to be a lot cheaper, but $75 still isn't very much considering how much toilets are up front, and the environmental costs after year after year of flushing and wasting all that water. This system uses sawdust as a substrate or medium to cover the poo and pee, and I found that it works really great. I get it at a local sawmill, and they just let me come and fill up 2 of these buckets. You can see I got 2 of them. They're both 17-gallon tubs, and both of these, so that's like 34 gallons or something. That usually lasts me about 2 weeks, maybe 3 if I'm stingy, but then it gets a little bit smelly. The more you use, the less it smells, in my opinion. And you want it finer. Sometimes I get it a little bit less fine, or more fine. Like this time it's a little bit less fine, and I found that it's a little bit more smelly if it's less fine. So you want it, I think, as fine as possible, but don't quote me because I'm still new to this. It's only been about 3 months of utilizing this system, and I've had no problems at all. This is the bucket that I mainly pee in, so I have 1 bucket for pee and then 1 bucket for like poop action. It's not that I don't pee in that bucket, it's just that it's not really too feasible to lift it up and then do all that good stuff. I'd rather just take the lid off and then pee and then put the lid back on, and maybe sprinkle a little bit of sawdust on there if it's smelly. Anywho, my friends have really been loving this Humanure toilet. Not very expensive, really easy. They were so stoked that I built it. I showed a few, maybe like 5, and they were just blown away. They were like, wow, I can't believe you built that. I'm like, dude, it took me an hour and a half, and the funny thing is it took me so long because I didn't have a saw, so I had to drill all of this and then punch it out. I didn't want to punch it because then it would break this, so I had to very carefully drill it, work it out like that, and it came out really well. Whoops. Can't do that. Can't lift it up when the seat's up. Gotta put the seat down. I'm just in love with it. I've been sanding it making the corners nice and smooth, so I can't touch it. I'm thinking I'm gonna paint it. Maybe like some flowers on the front, like a tree. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, I don't think I got to telling. Oh, or I meant I was still on the topic of my friends and their input or reviews. They were all really ecstatic. A few of them were kind of like, "Ooh, I might actually use that now." And I kind of put the ball in their court, saying, "Yeah, dude, it's really comfortable. I can't even tell, except that I don't have to flush it. And that's really awesome." So I mean, this is pretty much all I had to say. Over there at the compost pile, the Big Bertha pile, as I like to say, as you guys saw, the wet sawdust. Yep, I've composted my Humanure there for a week or two, and no problems whatsoever. You know, the smell's never bad. I mean, it's kind of bad when I put it there, but cover it up with hay, and then no issues ever. Like, you know, I was walking by there, no problems. I actually do have a little experiment I want to show you guys before I go. It has to do with the flower box I mentioned previously. So that stuff too has bean stuff in it, i.e. Excrement. And so what I did is I layered, I drilled holes in this bin, and then I layered hay, sawdust, bean stuff, i.e. me, and then more sawdust, and then more hay, and then I closed it up, and right now I'm standing all by it. Does not smell one drop. I guess smells don't smell in drops. Forget that I just said that. It does not smell at all. I tied little things because when I first put it there I was really worried it was gonna be smelly, but so far really no smell. I'm looking forward to, after a few months of letting this sit, I'm gonna, you know, undo it, and then I'm gonna plant directly in it. I'm thinking I'm gonna plant some flowers in it and then put it out front because somebody previously has stolen flowers right out of the ground where I live, straight up dug them all up and took them. So I'm really gonna be very grateful if somebody digs up my flowers out of here. So it's gonna be a good old joke on them. It'll be a good laugh for me. Nobody will get hurt. It'll just be all fun and games. And yeah, so I hope everyone's having a great day, you know, progressively making their impact on the environment better, or, you know, doing better things, you know, making other people happy. And it's not just about making other people happy, but, you know, making yourself happy, making those around who make you happy, so that you're even more happy. Just be happy. Love you guys all so much. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, enjoying, and who knows, maybe start thinking about Humanure. Look it up. Start thinking about what it's worth, and, you know, I'll leave you guys with this statistic. If you guys flush a toilet, whoops, I tried to step on this and it like gave out. But if you guys use a toilet and you flush a toilet 5 times a day, and at best the toilet's a 3-gallon flush, that's 15 gallons a day. And I mean, I can't really do the math for week or monthly or yearly, but I know that if you multiply all those up, and because I've done the math before, I'm just not very good at remembering exact numbers. But if you multiply all those, you multiply 15 times 7 times 52, you should get a couple 100,000, or, you know, a couple thousand, and that's per year. But then when you multiply that times 70, or, you know, I'm only 20, so if you multiply that by 80, if I get to live to 100, I might even get to live past 100, you know, 110. So 80 or 70 would just be a low estimate, and that puts us well, or would put me, if I flushed a toilet at 5 gallons or 3 gallons of flush 5 times a day, and I flushed it for 70 years straight. That would put me at about a little bit more than 500,000 gallons of water, like in my lifetime. And 500,000 gallons of water is astronomical. If I dropped a gallon of water on my floor, it would soak up an entire towel. It's crazy. It's absurd. If you were to pour a 5-gallon bucket on your kitchen floor, it would be crazy. You'd be ankle deep. Not really, but it would be really deep. Like, you wouldn't know what to do with all that water. And 500,000 gallons is just inconceivable for me. Hope you guys start thinking about the water usage you guys have, and as I said earlier, maybe start improving one thing each day that you want to do for the environment or in your interactions with other people. Once again, thanks for spending that time with me. Much love, many positive vibes. Peace out.